concatenation and joining of objects today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a REPL I made earlier for this very purpose, and it looks something like this. So it's a little bit long, so I'll try and rearrange this window for you. Okay, so ignore all the red text because I've just commented that out. Well, actually, a hash gives comments out a line, but Python doesn't support multi-line comments. Remember, comments are the bits that are ignored by the Python program. But what you can do is use these treble quotes, and anything in a treble quote which is not assigned to a variable is just ignored. So I've cheated a little bit just to be quick. Okay, so inputs and outputs. Let's have a look. We've got print Penelope, print Trevor. You'll notice that Penelope has speech marks while Trevor has inverted commas, and they both print absolutely fine over here. So easy peasy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that up there, and I'm going to put another one here. Okay, so now we're just looking at this line here. Print Penelope pit stop, and this is incorrect because this is not concatenation. This is actually printing to objects. And so what happens is the print function is going to print each object in the print function, which is each object is separated by a comma. So there are two objects here, Penelope and pit stop. They're both strings. I can tell that because they've got the quotation marks around them, the speech marks around them. And when these are printed out, it will put a space in between each item, and I can put as many items in here as I want, as many objects in here as I want. At the moment it's just got Penelope pit stop there. So let's have a look at the next bit. We've got print Trevor plus Smith. Now this is concatenation because we are joining together the string Trevor and the string Smith. If these were numbers, we would be adding them together. 10 plus 5 is 15, but they're not, they're strings. And so with strings, the plus operator performs concatenation. And what this looks like is this. It prints out, I had to have a moment's thought then, it prints out the two strings that you are joining together. Now I've put a space at the end of Trevor. Can you see that space there? That was because if I didn't put that, it would actually join them together. The space was part of the string. Because it's just literally joining the TREVORSMITH together, we don't get a space. So we wouldn't, if we want a space in there, we would have to insert it either at the end of Trevor or could be the beginning of Smith, and it produces that string. So let's have a look at my next example for you. Right, this is pretty cool. So it's a little bit long, it's gone on to another line. It is all in fact one, but I've had to shrink the screen down for you so we get a nice image on the video. What we're printing here is an address, and I've used these special strings here, which the /n, there are various commands like this, but the /n is very common, and that creates a new line in a string. So this is an address, so I've got 50 Longstreet, Wotton, Leicestershire, and I've got an address, and it should print on a new line this, on a new line that. I don't actually need to say on a new line. This is a remnant of when I had all this running together, but we'll print that, and as you can see there's a blank line at the top, and then it prints 50 Longstreet over here, and then a new line, so it goes on to a new line, and then Long Wotton, blah 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 blah. Now these special characters are part of the string, so actually we can shorten this down quite a lot by saying that actually this /n could go there. So let's do that. Let's tidy this up a little bit. I do like the spaces though. As you can see, the /n changes colour, so it's kind of helping you out a bit there, which is nice. Let's do a /n there and get rid of that. /n. I don't really need the end one, but I'm going to leave it there, and that prints out absolutely fine. So that's quite a useful little tip for you there. Let's now go down to the next little bit I've got for you. So what we've got is we've got some variables which we did last lesson. We've got surname Cook, forename Thomas, print forename surname, this should print the separate objects, print forename plus surname, this should concatenate them. So what are we expecting here? Can you predict whether there's going to be a space in between them? Well, with the first one we've got a comma. It's two separate objects. It will print out each object separately with a space in between. But this is just going to concatenate the strings, so this shouldn't result in a space. So let's just put that on, and there we go. The first one has a space in between it, and the second one, it literally concatenates those two strings. And of course these are just variables referencing Thomas in this case and referencing Cook in this case, so it's coming out as Thomas Cook. Easy peasy. Let's have a look at this. We've got a couple more variables here. We've got years. I've assigned 14 to years, 7 to months. Print years, comma, months. So this should print two objects, first being the variable years, second being the variable months. It's printing the variable, not the string, because we haven't got the speech marks around it. So let's run that. And there it is, 14 and 7. That's my car alarm. Hopefully somebody will turn that off. The joys of working from home. Okay, where was I? So that all worked. That's absolutely fine. Let's move this down, and let's move this down here. So I've said numbers are not concatenated, only strings are. Arithmetic is performed on numbers. So this might look like we're trying to concatenate years and months. But because concatenation is only for strings, this will perform a simple addition sum instead, because years and months are numbers, they are not strings. So let's run this, and it's going to do the first and the second one this time, because we've only commented out above here and below here. So let's run this. So there we go, it prints the 14 and the 7 separately, and then it literally does the arithmetic. Great. Well, that's absolutely fine. Now, if I'm just going to comment that one out and that one out for a minute. Let's have a look at this, because trying to join a string and a number will give an error. So if we try and I mean, I don't know what this is doing, it's not going to work, but the plus, if that was two numbers, it would work because it would add them together. With the plus with two strings would work because it would concatenate them together, join together the two strings. But if it's a string and a number, let's just copy this down here as well. If it's a string and a number, it's going to have a problem. And it does. It says a type error. So this is when it's receiving a data type that is just not suitable for what we're asking it to do. Can only concatenate string, not int. So it's saying we can't concatenate an integer, it's trying to concatenate it. So that doesn't work at all. But we can still print them separately. So if you wanted to print them separately, we could do something like this: print surname object and the years object, and it should print fine, because it will just print the object for surname, which is a string, followed by the object for years, which is an integer. And there you go, cook 14. So I hope that perhaps demystifies this use of commas and pluses a little bit, and I shall hopefully see you all soon.